That's very, very nice. You may be seated. And welcome to, what's that say right there? One more time on that. Coming to the stage, he hails all the way from the green room. Put your hands together and welcome Mr. Adam Gropman.
Hey, please be seated. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you so much. That is great. It's wonderful. I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, feel free to hate it. It's okay. Red Sox suck. I know. I don't care. I'm here to talk about the townie characters you guys have heard of and seen in movies, right? And they have those thick accents. They also are incredible at insults. Because that is how they communicate with people. They communicate through insults. So you'd be walking down the street, you'd be like, hey, get over here. Get a little Gropman over here, huh? Hi, Gropman, your blueberry hot dog, huh? Tuna roll ding dong fruit salad? Your meatball fish rich clam bake? Your jalapeno pudding pop? Your coconut horseradish? Goose liver souffle? Psh, hit the bricks, banana bread. What are you, scared? You scared? I'm like, no, I'm not scared. I'm hungry, dude. Those aren't insults, that's a brunch menu, seriously. I'm starving, I need a snack right now. Sometimes I get life advice from rich people, and I don't ask for it, you know? I don't. It's like, hey man, you should fly first class. It's $1,500, but it's worth it. What? Dude, if it was an option, I would go in a duffel bag down below. I would go fourth class. You get a glass of champagne. I'll have a beer and a Xanax in the terminal. I'm good, bro. Recently, my car was in the mechanic for a couple of weeks, so I had to take the bus, right? Fair enough. And God forbid you are a grown-up and you are seen anywhere by anyone you know in LA on the bus. Like, people are so mean and judgmental. It's like in most cities, it's a form of transportation. In LA, it's a disease. It's like, hey, hear about Rick? I heard he caught the bus. No way! Dude, that's horrible! He was a good guy. Oh my God. You gonna go hang out with him? No, wait a minute, I'm not going near him. I don't want to catch the bus. This shit's contagious. I belong to a gym, I think. Not sure. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not, maybe. I did belong to a gym. It's okay. Here's what I didn't like about it. The locker room scene, man. The locker room scene's way too many dudes prancing around half naked who are ripped, shredded, and pumped. Whereas shirtless, I look like under my abdomen, they've put a very muscular turkey. I just look like I'm bringing Thanksgiving with me. You know what I mean? Everybody be seated. That's why I love hiking. I love hiking because hiking is solo, it's off the grid. Nobody knows where or what time you started or how long you were sitting on a bench. And no one ever walks up to me, on the trail and is like, hey bro, mind if I give you some pointers on your hike? Like, more reps, more altitude, That's not a thing. And the statistical measure of hiking is so hard to pin down. It's not like other, sporting activities, right? It's like, think about it. It's like, hey, I shot a 72, 300 par. Or like, I benched 285. I'm like, I saw 5 butterflies. And a baby garden snake. Analyze those stats, bro. But, I know a lot of people, I'm thinking about kind of dieting a lot, and a lot of people are doing the intermittent fasting. You guys probably know people, or you're doing intermittent fasting. That's where you only eat like 6 hours in a day, And I'm like, what do you do the other 18 hours of the friggin' day? Seriously. Because humans are meant to eat all the time. I know it because they sell snacks at Home Depot. And there's always that one obnoxious show-off will be like, I only ate in a 6-hour window yesterday. And I'm like, I know. That's why you're no fun to be around. I'd rather hang out with the fat, happy guy who eats 10 meals a day. He is a good time. So, us comedians, man, we all want to be actors. Acting is just so fun, And recently I discovered my acting range. So it's all the different things I could play. If I walk in sort of every day, just dressed however, I hear a lot that I should play a teacher. I get that a lot. Like I'm a teacher type. because I give off that vibe, you know what I mean? Like disrespected and underpaid, you know what I'm saying? And sir, you can't do my roles. Get your own, because you've got my vibe. You can't do it. I can get your own auditions. But if I do this is called an adjustment, right? This is gonna blow your minds. It's like one little change. Check this out. Substitute teacher. Yeah! Thank you. Thank you. What's up, Christian Bale? Let's have an acting contest. Let's have an acting contest. So, for years, I stopped smoking marijuana. I stopped smoking pot because it got way too strong. It's weird. It's weird. The product was too good, you know? And I would smoke some weed, and it would take all my fears and insecurities, multiply them by 10, and play a little horror movie in my skull. I was like, that's not a good buzz. That's a bad buzz. No, thank you. You know, but all those years, I have to say, I always loved the potheads, because they're so generous, they're so nice. They always want to give what they got. And I'd be at a party, and they'd be passing it around, and they'd always want to offer it to me, and I always had to like decline. I felt bad, like, sorry, man. And I always wish they'd been passing around something that I really like. You know, like, hey, man, you want some coconut cream pie? It's 23% coconut cream, brother. To get you full. Oh, you had me a pie. You had me a pie. Marijuana, I want to say one serious thing. It messes with your depth perception. That's how far away things look. And that is serious. That's serious. I remember one time I was so wasted. I thought I was only like that far away from success. And was that weird and potentially dangerous. That was crazy. I don't do a lot of drugs, but I mean, whatever, do whatever you want, I don't care. I'm just saying, but I do have a favorite named drug. And I think the best named drug is speed. Because it's honest and accurate, it tells you what it does. It's called speed, it makes you speedy. Like seriously, a 5-year-old can understand that. And I'm not saying that we should sell speed to 5-year-olds. But I do think it would solve kindergarten obesity. But check it out. I think that all drugs should have to be named like that, right? Like, hey man, you want some forgetfulness? It's like, no, I snorted up some endless chatter, you know, like, yesterday I was party. Me, you know, my favorite, I like the old, you know, lowered sexual standards. You know, that one is good. One time I told this at a show, and a woman yelled out, "No, the most accurately named drug is ecstasy." And I'm like, I think that drug should be called Shitty Dance Music Collection. You have a few ravers here, I can tell. Caffeine is a drug, and nobody thinks about it, right? It's a drug that most of us do every day, and it's like, it's getting harder to get a caffeine buzz. Because they're putting more caffeine in everything, and like sodas and juice drinks, and the coffee is so strong, it's harder to get that buzz, you know? And I'm just afraid that, you know, one morning I'm gonna be like super tired, I'm gonna go to the cafe and I'll be like, oh, hello sir, would you like the espresso macchiato, triple size with the extra shot? And I'll be like, no man, why don't you just hook up the jumper cables to my balls and turn it up to like 8.5 and a cranberry nut scone. Yeah, that'll get me going. The scone, yeah, perfect. I met my wife on a dating site, years ago, and it's pretty cool. One thing I don't like about the dating site things is they make you fill out all these questions in your profile, just all these questions, and then they give you a compatibility score when you meet, like how much you have in common. And it's always so dumb. It's like you'd meet someone, they'd be like, we're an 85. We both like pasta, music, and air. It's like we're the same person. Oh my God. I can't believe like how similar we are. They need to ask way, way more important questions in those profile questions, like, do you have sex on the first date? Do you have sex before the first date? And are you on Skype right now? You do have to work at marriage, as they say. My wife and I went to a marriage counselor, right? It's a good thing to do. People ask, thank you. few of my wives are sitting here tonight. But people ask, they said, how effective is that? And I say, well, take the potential for regular therapy not working and double it. You guys get that one. You guys get it. I think that the world right now is trying to make up for horrible stuff that's happened, right? Really, really bad stuff. And so I think that I'm all for some political correctness and correcting those things. But sometimes it goes way too far. Sometimes it just gets crazy and it's not helping. You know, I'm wondering with some of the political correctness if we're getting to the point where it's like, if you call the headquarters of the Ku Klux Klan, you might get this message. Thank you for calling the headquarters of the White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan of America, protecting your white race, heritage, and language. Para español, oprime el número dos. And if you hit dos, it says, you can't join us, Paco, but you can wash our sheets, because, or your wife can, because a man shouldn't be doing that kind of domestic work. And so, I don't think that there's any long-term, future between Latinos and the KKK. I don't think that's a good match, really. Because in Spanish, KKK means what? And that doesn't sound like a hate group. It just sounds thank you. It sounds like some dude who's mentally impaired, which is kind of the same thing if you think about it, right? Hey, I'm Adam Gropman. Thank you.
This has been a Funny Media Group production.